and welcome
to the Daft Hunks.
Back again, another episode here, folks.
This is the first episode of the new year that you'll be hearing, but
Indeed.
We're talking about an album that had its 45th anniversary last year.
Yeah, so
Just a few days ago.
December of 1977. One of our favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, Daft Punk core.
It really is Daft Punk core.
Yeah.
I would say one of the best albums of all time, one of the coolest albums of all time.
Just iconic, unrivaled. Just
I mean, anyone who's
unique
seen
album.
this album cover is like, you have to be intrigued by it, perhaps even scared.
Yeah,
but
no, and if you ever saw them live or just like
please
heard
tell
a song
us.
and didn't know like who it was, I'm sure you were shocked.
Yeah, this is the Suicide self-titled from 1977.
No, it's just one of those things we have to talk about.
I mean, this podcast, like, from its inception, like, the plan was always we talk about the Suicide album in 2022.
No,
like,
when it hit 2022, we're like, we can talk about Suicide.
We can finally talk about Suicide. Like, we can't wait till December. But we're back. We're here to talk about it now.
Yeah, no, and we both read this book here, the 33
third. These 33 and third books are really cool.
Yeah.
They're just like these little books on different albums.
Yeah.
This one was written by
Very
Andy Coulter. He did a great job at like summarizing the state of America during the time that Suicide was like cooking up, specifically the state of New York.
Yeah.
You know,
the city of New York.
The city of New York.
Pretty engaging read. Definitely like paints a dark picture.
Oh, 100%.
Of the band and also the environment they came up in.
Yeah. No, and then even further, we've been doing our studying for this one. We also listened to some of the 1975 Suicide rehearsal tapes.
Those on vinyl.
Through
lost
those
our
on
minds.
the vinyl. They're minimalist.
If you
for
think,
sure.
Yeah, if you think this first album is like experimental.
Oh, those ones they're minimal. They're minimal. Sometimes it's like maybe the record player just like glitching out. No, there's just Marty's only hitting one synth today.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, is this thing going?
Yeah.
And even further came with that was a letter from one Henry Rollins.
It was included in the
Black
vinyl.
Flag. Yeah, this came with the vinyl. And I kind of want to read an excerpt for the people.
This is Henry Rollins for context.
That's him. You may have heard.
Yeah.
If you've seen that man around, that's Henry Rollins. Take our word for it. But I have a little segment to read for the people. Like, so if you don't know Suicide at all, then like this should paint like a good picture of you of how people who like Suicide think about Suicide, the band.
Yeah, go.
Suicide's mission was always at risk. They were incredibly powerful, yet completely vulnerable. Their early shows in NYC and abroad were conducted in an environment of almost constant mutual assault, as performers and audience members clashed from start to finish. What the audience didn't know, could not have known, was they were being used as an energy source. As Suicide spent more time treading the boards, they became adept at absorbing the aggression exacted upon them and turning it back on the audience, causing fantastic amounts of sonic damage. Suicide's safety-free approach to performance always came from a higher-minded idea that what anyone in the audience came in with. That is to say, Suicide played from their guts, and they always won. For this, they are legend.
Henry Rollins, thank you.
That's how Henry Rollins of Black Flag feels about Suicide, and it's pretty much perfectly describes how I feel about them as well.
Yeah, no. And if you read this book, like they're trying to scare people, but like it's coming from a place of like a reaction to the world around them. Like
exactly,
it feels true to like make this kind of scary music. It doesn't feel true to like make whatever pop.
Whatever, the pop hits of 1977. It wasn't even true to them to make punk music. They had, they needed this noisy wall of
more punk than anything.
Exactly.
Imagine.
They were more punk than the punk rockers of the late 70s. That's it.
No, and if you read this book, which we recommend, like it displays
100%.
Their early shows and like them, like Alan screaming,
cutting himself with glass on like stage, getting like in people's faces,
walking the doors, and like
just genuinely like committing crimes on stage. In the name of
and then like the reason
damage.
we played the Stooges is like this was heavily inspired by kind of Iggy Pop.
Exactly.
To an extent.
I do remember a quote from this book where it's like Iggy Pop was a performer that did inspire Alan Vega, where Iggy Pop was like he had the audience scared, but in a totally different way, where it's just like he's like an aggressive individual who's gonna fight you,
yelling.
Alan Vega is like mentally terrorizing you. You leave an Alan Vega performance a different person. Yeah, it's a horror. It's a horror.
But also, like, it's strange because, like, you know, I'm not a Suicide fan because I because I heard Frankie Teardrop and I was like, this is so beautiful. Like,
No.
it's because I heard like Dream Baby Dream and like
Exactly.
Surrender, and then like
crazy
go
like
deeper.
dichotomy.
Yeah,
of
and
Suicide.
that makes it so much more interesting. So if you know Dream Baby Dream and Surrender,
Oh yeah.
but you don't know these deeper cuts, I
Well, I mean, and then we'll get to it later on this album. They even have Cheree on this album.
Yeah,
Like this is the first album they even had that side of Suicide as part of this.
Cheree,
as well.
which I saw in a Daisy Jacobs ad recently. Is that or Marc Jacobs?
Marc Jacobs. Yes.
The product is called like Daisy. It was like a
Got you.
perfume.
Yeah.
Daisy, Marc Jacobs.
Marc Jacobs is based as fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
they
they got
are.
the Heaven in Las Vegas exhibit in LA. Like hey, he knows
Mark.
he knows how to cook.
But yeah, Alan Vega, Martin Rev.
Suicide.
Do you know his last name is Reverby?
No way.
Which is amazing.
That's insanity. That's like as if like you would name a character in a movie who makes reverby music.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's wild.
But yeah, let's
The
just
more you know.
We'll keep discussing. Everything we know about the band, but we might as well give some context.
Let's dive right in.
Ghost Rider, one of my favorites.
This is a quick album, 7 tracks. In this version,
2 minutes.
Track 1 is Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
though.
let's go.
Named after a comic book hero, the Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero.
Exactly, precisely. And just those synths right off the bat is everything you need to know about Suicide.
I mean, like, this is one of the popular songs, like dancey almost.
No, you could groove to this.
Yeah.
They don't want you to dance at their shows. First of all, they want you to like bleed from your ears.
Yeah.
But
no, and one of our biggest dreams is a Suicide cover band. And
I think it's possible.
I think it's possible, and I've cooked up some like demos and like.
And no, we can make it
dancey.
happen. We can, and I can scream into a microphone if I know how to do one thing, and that's that.
It's that pulsating,
Exactly.
low bass line.
Just like is unlike anything else.
Yeah.
Genuinely. It's like the hazy synths.
Echoey vocals.
It feels like it's 3 a.m. in like some New York studio where homeless people live and make music at the same time.
It's dark, like lights are flashing.
Exactly, yeah. Broken glasses
like,
covering the floor.
Fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero.
It is scary sounding, but like this song goes hard. Like I don't know, like
No, it does.
like just like literally riding around on a motorcycle to this. Like
No, it's badass
Yeah, it's
too.
badass.
If I don't plan on being a motorcycle guy anytime soon, but if I ever get on one of those things, like first song I play is this.
crazy the echo.
And just like doing this 45 years ago when you didn't have all the equipment that you have nowadays. Like they were
No, Martin like is using like one keyboard and like, a bunch of pedals. It's also funny. He like grew up a classical piano player.
Oh yeah, no, he grew up
and played, like jazz and stuff.
Yeah, he had like very classical training from like one of the best pianists in.
Yeah.
Where's he from? Sorry,
I think he's from New York.
Yeah. And just like to go from that to this kind of sound.
No, you guys got to read this book. He's playing like a jazz show one night, but just pretty straightforward like jazz, whatever. And then he sees Alan Vega in a room like playing a guitar into like a TV or something.
Oh yeah, no, just like making like the most fucked up sounds ever in a room by himself.
That's how it was all born.
That's how it started.
It's a nice tight bass line.
It's a nice, just a solid intro, just like a 2.5 minute track.
Yeah.
Like that persistent like rhythm throughout. Just, like you said, pulsating. Just it never stops.
No, that's like that's one of the most listenable songs on here. Like most accessible.
And I love this. The lyrics on here too are just like kind of visceral. Ghost Rider, motorcycle hero. Hey, baby, baby, he's screaming the truth. America is killing its youth. That's
Just,
it,
like,
baby.
Screaming that into the crowd.
America is killing its youth.
It's like,
and it's true.
That's how I felt,
Yeah.
Like, this was like post-Vietnam, like.
Yeah, right,
I mean,
right
like,
around that
yeah,
time.
like,
I think, that's
coming
the
home. Yeah,
people
like,
coming home. Some people not coming
yeah,
home.
Exactly.
And,
yeah. Fascinating. Speaking of America, we can go into Rocket USA.
Rocket USA, baby. Another fire-ass track. Here's the genius description on Rocket USA.
Okay.
This song is about committing suicide via car crash. It's also possible that this is a metaphor for the United States and its path as a nation.
Yeah.
The song could be saying that America is on course to destroy itself if something doesn't change.
Rocket USA.
Rocket. The way he just moans his vocals in such a particular way.
I just like the cymbal sound or whatever, like just pulsating, like
just non-stop.
yeah. No, it is noise music.
A TV star riding around. Just nothing sounds like suicide.
Yeah.
Like no one moans like Vega.
No.
And no one like plays synths this fucked up
and
as
just,
Marty
like,
Rep.
Two dudes in like leather jackets, like it's engaging. They're cool. Like it's just
There's a reason it's your favorite
unique.
musician's musician.
Yeah.
Favorite musician's favorite musician.
Yeah.
Or your favorite podcaster's
Here we go.
favorite musician. But like even that that melody is like
No, it's
pretty
beautiful.
though as well.
It sounds like a church organ or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some other lyrics on here. It's 1977. Whole country is doing a fix. It's doomsday. Doomsday.
Run
Around.
with my babe.
Yeah, I mean, they really are like making like music for this specific point in time.
Yeah,
like the
45
late
years ago.
70s,
Yeah.
post-Vietnam War, like we were saying.
Like, the world's changing. Like,
And I know, like, they talked about in this book a lot where New York was, like, particularly, like, crime-ridden at this
New
point.
York is like so fucked up then.
Yeah. And the sad part is that not much has changed.
Yeah.
In fact, the Rocket USA is probably just getting closer and closer to the sun where we're going to explode anytime now.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. And like people, I mean, we're not the only ones talking about this. Like, there's, like people still talk about this album, this band. To this day.
100%. I mean,
There's something so like.
This letter from Henry Rollins was from 2017.
Yeah.
And that was 40 years later.
No, and it's very punk. It's very like.
There's something
straightforward
special
music.
about what they were doing. Yeah, there really is. Like.
Yeah.
Riding around in a killer's car. It's doomsday. Doomsday. It's doomsday. Just so pretty.
Yeah.
But combined
it's
with
like-
like this intensity.
He's kind of singing like Elvis or something. Like
No, it's as if he's doing like an impression of an
Yeah.
American
it's
singer.
like haunted America.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the true undercurrents of America.
yeah.
Like, there's
You
no.
can picture like just a classic American image, like some, I don't know, like a car,
Like,
old
yeah, a
car.
cool guy,
Yeah,
69 Chevy, like he says in the lyrics there.
But he's like driving past buildings burning down. and
Exactly,
stuff.
and he's actually depressed and wants to kill himself. Like it's fascinating that these guys got a record deal as well. Like that's crazy. And they put this onto vinyl in 1977. Like,
and it flew off the shelves.
not true. Unfortunately, it was not very commercially successful. But obviously, we're still talking about it. Yeah, for whatever reason, this terrifying album cover that just has suicide on it didn't like particularly get the American public.
Yeah. This is from Vega Music Company.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the lyrics on here are just so like just specific and intense.
Yeah.
Speeding down the skyway, 100 miles per hour, gonna crash, gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't care. Simple as that.
It's like, it's interesting. It's painting a dark image, but like it's also not the image. Like, I don't know, whatever. They're trying to draw attention to something dark, not like make like I don't know, whatever.
They're trying.
They
to,
don't
like,
want to like encourage this notion. Like they're just like, this is how
it is.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how we see it.
Yeah.
All these other people making records are they're lying.
They're ignoring this.
They're ignoring what's actually going on.
No, it's interesting. It's
really everyone wants to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Everyone wants suicide.
Yeah. It's punk.
And then track 3 on
Yeah,
here.
we go Cheree.
We take kind of goes in a whole new direction where
Yeah. I mean, this
lo-fi haze comes in.
It's like Yola Tango or something.
Exactly. I listened to Autumn Sweater on the way here.
Okay.
Perfect for like a snowy drive.
Yeah. No, but this is like the first iteration of like, the beautiful songs of suicide.
Yeah, this is the first song I ever heard from Suicide,
Really?
I think. I mean, this was one of those albums where the second I saw it, I was like, it's an instant ad on Spotify. Like, you can't ignore it.
Yeah. And this is classically one of the songs, one of the bands shouted out in Losing My Edge.
Yes.
So like,
Yes.
of course we're gonna listen to it. It's canonically cool.
Just like the bass line in the back.
Yeah. The drumming.
Cheree. Yeah, I've talked to you, Tucker, about wanting to learn how to play the guitar to play a Father John Misty song.
Yeah.
For a girlfriend.
Yeah.
The real true love is learning to play the synths so that you can play Cheree for a
You
girl.
play some dissonant organs to play
Oh
Cheree.
baby. Imagine sitting someone down and just right there you're like cooking up on just
You're
like
shaking a little tambourine. Oh, this. I mean, this is beautiful. It's like cute. It's like
it
Daniel
really is. It
Johnston.
feels like the kind of stuff that had to inspire like dream pop that would come in the 80s, because this is all before pre-Cocteau Twins, pre-MBV, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, this is very.
It's ahead of its time.
The haze of those bands. I wonder if I can just show like a couple, like put on the screen a couple images from that ad I saw.
Yeah,
it's just
100%.
fascinating. Like in 2022, it's like these girls in like a meadow with like flowers on their hair. It's insane, and like this does sound like
suicide playing.
This sounds like
it fits
hippie
it
music.
perfectly.
It sounds like like cult music or something.
Daisy, 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 Daisy. Daisy, Mark Jacobs.
But really,
Whoever the exec is that chose to use that song, shout out. Honestly.
No, shout out. Mark Jacobs, that company
shout
is
out Mark,
based as hell. Shout out Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, the verse on here. Cheree, my comic book fantasy.
Yeah.
I love you. I love just that theme of like the Ghost Rider comic books.
Yeah.
Like that's like how Americans were like escaping the dark times.
Yeah.
Like was via comic books, which were like getting
Which I guess
huge in
they're
the
still doing
70s.
today, in a
Believe
way.
it or not, yeah. We're still going to see the damn Avengers.
exactly.
The fact that we still fucking care about that 45 years later.
Same thing.
When's the Ghost Rider movie, y'all?
Yeah, for real.
Straight up.
When's the Alan Vega superhero movie?
If we ever get money, that's what we're doing. Is it's
Ghost
like
Rider.
it's a Ghost Rider movie where it's like suicide, but they literally are superheroes
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
Like he is the Ghost Rider.
And his power is like screaming into a mic.
Yeah, his sonic power.
Yeah.
There's genuinely an
There's a
idea
movie
there.
there.
There's a movie there.
Yeah.
And Jack Antonoff, if you're watching, we'd love to get funded.
Hollywood producers,
anybody out there.
Yeah.
Who's that guy that works with Ashton Kutcher?
Guy
Osiri.
Yes.
Guy Osiri, if you're watching.
Anyone
podcast
with some
depot.
cash to throw at a good idea. One of my favorite parts of this book is like it was talking about how Ghost Rider came about, like how the name came from there, and like the author was like, Alan Vega claims there was someone named Satan Suicide in the Ghost Rider book, and the author's like, that's not true.
There wasn't.
Like Alan was just saying that, but it's
Classic
fascinating.
Vega.
It's like, in a way, the name was inspired by that same comic book. It's beautiful, yeah.
And their name as a band was inspired by When You Kill Yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
I love Cheree.
Even that, like, he's like, it's just that's the only name that made sense.
It's the only, it really is
like,
the only
it's
name
not-
that makes sense for this band.
Yeah, like I know it's like, it's not commercially appealing. It could be-
No, it's true though. Literally no other
No, it's
name
just
would
like,
make
that's
sense
the name.
for this band.
Yeah.
Like, they are
When
suicide.
that's the case, you just
That's
gotta
what their
go with
music sounds like.
Yeah. All right, we can go to Johnny. Another favorite.
Oh,
I this like instrumental sounds like a 50s band, like a.
It really does,
like
but distorted
Chuck
through
Berry.
some strange
Yeah.
lens. Johnny.
His voice is crazy. Like he's not singing that loud. Like he's just
No,
kind
he's
of
whispering, but
but it cuts through.
yeah, it's deep though. Johnny. He's looking so mean. He's feeling so tough.
I don't know if his vocals are like double track. Like it sounds like
I think so.
there's multiple layers.
They're Marty Reverby. For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know anyone named Johnny. But if I would love to meet someone named
Yeah.
Johnny and just play this for them, like whenever I see them.
Yeah. Meet a Johnny. Oh, you're your parents. They're Suicide fans.
Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah. Looking so alive, cruising the night, looking for love. It really does sound straight out of
the
50s,
50s,
early
yeah.
60s.
Fascinating.
It's just Suicide is just fucked up Americana.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
fucked up on like the darkest level that they can get.
He loves this like guitar, this drum sound too. Like
In addition to like the
classic.
synth lines.
just adds more haze.
I just love that this is like this album is the best that they could do to make commercial music.
Yeah.
Like they genuinely tried their best to
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
commercial success, and it still ended up coming out
Yeah.
so dark sounding at times.
I think like this song and Ghost Rider, like
They
these
could
are
play.
dancey. Like
They-
like you could dance to these.
That you really
songs.
could,
Throw a
but
snare in.
unfortunately, the people at the Cars show in
Right,
England
right.
were not dancing.
Open for the Cars.
Yeah, they opened for the Cars. What was they opened for? God, one of those big punk bands in the '70s as well.
like Blondie or something.
No, it was maybe the Blondie was involved in the story.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like their producer.
New York Dolls. No.
They did open for New York
Yeah,
Dolls at
yeah.
one point. God, what? Give me like an English punk band,
English.
like not Sex
Clash?
Pistols, but like
They opened
not
for
the
Clash?
Clash.
Yeah,
the
no.
other one. There's one more. The Ramones, maybe. It was one of those kind of bands,
yeah.
and like
People hated him.
just like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
literally caused a riot in the place.
Yeah.
Like there was multiple stories of just Suicide doing their thing, not listening to not subduing to what anyone wanted them to do.
Yeah.
Creating loudness and just scary music
yeah.
and genuinely causing riots where shows had to be stopped
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of violence occurring due to their music. Like that's the kind of
Yeah, that's the
scale
real
that they were on.
Actually, I just remember like a James Murphy quote I heard once, like
Yeah.
him talking about like suicide, and he's like, people are like, yeah, I was a big Suicide fan, and he's like, no, you
weren't. Yeah.
They knew their fans, like,
They knew all 10 of
Yeah,
their
exactly.
fans. Yeah, like they.
but we're not claiming to have been there, but
No, James Murphy was.
He was
though.
there.
He was there, but
I just, yeah, we can go into Girl.
no, but yeah, this album was completely unsuccessful. Like you said about Blondie, the guy who
Completely unsuccessful.
like genuinely like
Yeah,
not like it was an absolute failure commercially. Like the guy who managed them had the choice to either manage Suicide or Blondie.
Oh, right, yeah,
was
yeah,
how it was described in this book.
And he's like, I gotta go with
Suicide.
Yeah, yeah.
And like obviously
Well,
he made
did
the wrong
something.
choice.
Yeah. He
But-
created a cultural artifact.
Oh, 100%. In
But
my
he-
opinion, like I'm very grateful.
He missed the bag. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful that he got these guys on the vinyl record. Because
Yeah.
if Suicide went forgotten,
Yeah.
I don't want to live in a
very
world.
possible, yeah.
Like I don't want to live in that
It's a
world.
miracle. That's also like the red star at the top of the.
Oh, you know that star is
it's
a special
iconic,
part.
yeah,
of it.
it's
Yeah.
interesting. It's like there's a star at the.
I'm gonna start doing that on every single one of our thumbnails. Just a red star at the top. Y'all, the real ones know why.
Yeah. I get a Girl.
Track 5. Girl. This is one of the songs I don't return to a lot
Yeah,
on this album. Those first
title.
four are just like
Yeah.
bangers.
Yeah.
And then you got Frankie coming up.
I mean, it's definitely slower.
It's a pretty
Trying to make
simple,
like trying to make a fuckable bass line.
yeah,
kinda.
exactly. Yeah. Oh girl, turn me on. You know how. Oh girl, touch me soft. Oh girl. Kind of deviating from like the themes that we
Yeah,
saw in
yeah,
the
yeah.
first few tracks.
Little
here.
distracted.
A little distracted. Cheree like agreed to come home with him. I
Yeah,
guess like,
yeah.
hey, even like the most rebellious people like to fuck.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, y'all.
There's something about the way that guy's screaming in my face.
Yeah, I don't know how. Like most bands, like you get like your groupies, but
yeah.
I don't. It'd be tough to be a girl at a Suicide show and be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm gonna go home with him after my ears absolutely hurt.
He's actually a nice guy. Oh, girl. Touch me soft.
Touch
you know
me
how.
soft, you know how. The moaning hits different on this song.
It's like sometimes he's singing the lyrics, sometimes he's just like.
Oh, girl. Oh, girl.
I love the high.
There's something
sound.
special about when he gets into that, when Marty goes into that register on the keyboard.
Yeah.
It's just so simple. Like they make, you can literally pick out all three elements of this song, maybe four. Like it's that simple. They make such minimalist music that just works so well.
So this bass line, this little
but and it's wonderful because this album took like 4 years to make. Like all of the, like the amount. I mean, these early, they made tons of music in the early to mid 70s. Like these rehearsal tapes are from 75. And that it didn't even have any of the songs that ended up being on here. But no, they went through tons of different musical phases before like
they had to find their voice.
Finally like getting to like something.
It's like, that's why it does.
He sounds like he's fucking. I'm sorry.
That's why like those early shows, I can't even imagine what
I
they're
genuinely
playing.
can't even imagine. I know Ghost Rider was a song that they had for a long time. But,
Rocket USA.
And I think there was like a version of Frankie Teardrop that was played pretty early, but I think it was very different from what you hear
Frankie
on here.
Teardrop Detective.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's kind of like, I don't know, sort of a chiller song. Like,
no, this song's a vibe.
It's
not
slower.
But I think like played live, like it's probably 10 times as loud as this.
Yeah.
And it's Alan going, girl. Oh, girl.
You tell me out.
Tell me out. Getting like probably in some woman's face who's like uncomfortable at the show, like didn't know what she signed up for.
No, I think we've once said like he's an alternate universe like Lou Reed too. Like
100%.
His voice is similar, like.
But
Lou's got the poetry. I don't know.
No, exactly. What was the quote that you had in here?
It was about Lou Reed going to a show. It's on that page. Yeah.
Which page? Oh, there it is.
Both this Craig, is actually about Craig, the producer on this.
Oh yeah, same guy.
Yeah.
Both Craig and Lou knew they'd seen the future of music, and it was noise.
It was noise.
It was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like music did sound like this in the future, but suicide wasn't particularly the reason. Like I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways
they inspired people for sure, but I think it's like far after the fact when they really started.
Well, it is sort of like the Velvet Underground in a way. Like,
exactly. No, they are very similar in that way.
It made people want to do punky, like noise pop stuff, noisy stuff.
I do. But I wonder, did Suicide ever play at Max's Kansas City?
It was mentioned in the book.
It was? Okay.
I bet they did.
I think they did.
And CBGB.
I think CBGB. On the like deluxe version of this album, there's some live at CBGB songs.
Nice. No, I think they were involved.
They were in the scene.
And there was the mention of like the commercial like punk music like Patti Smith or whatever.
Yes.
And like this, but that
compared to Suicide, commercial.
Exactly. Sellout.
Yeah, that fucking sellout Patti Smith.
Yeah. But
all right, let's get to
the country bluegrass and
we just went through this
country blues.
Country bluegrass blues, and then what's the plug?
That's hard. I don't know.
I forgot. We did talk about it the other day. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
What's the plug?
What's the plug?
Guys, if you know in the CBGB abbreviation, what's the plug?
Yeah. God, sorry, I'm flopping.
Country bluegrass
blues. And I just had it. How did I fucking up my head?
We'll go to Frankie.
Yeah, get Frankie going. Bro. And other music for uplifting gormandizers.
I don't know what that means.
We don't know what it means, but that's what it means.
That's what it stands for. 20-year-old Frankie. I mean, this is a story.
Terrifying song. Yeah, the story is just basically like it's a simple story.
Yeah.
Factory worker.
20-year-old
factory worker. He has a kid and a wife.
Yeah.
He gives it to all of you. He's just trying to survive.
If you tell me this isn't like punk music about
seriously
real shit,
And this like instrumental is particularly like intense into the
Let's hear it for Frankie.
Let's hear it for Frankie.
No, this is a dark
Frankie.
dark track.
Yeah, and as this 10-minute track progresses,
Yeah.
eventually Frankie does kill his whole family. That's where this goes.
Yeah, no, this is a horror song.
This is a full-on.
I think this is like one
This
of
is
the
a scene.
scarier
This is a
ones.
scene in Ghost Rider for sure.
Yeah.
Just a side scene. You just see
Yeah.
Frankie. Well, let's hear
It's
it for
interesting,
Frankie.
yeah. If I was genuinely there in the room, I don't know if I'd be down. I don't know if
No,
I'd like it.
I agree. I would
But,
probably
like,
be scared. I'm
Looking
like,
back, it's like, yeah, this was cool. But
and because like they were playing at some venues that just weren't
yeah, and
meant
like
for this kind of
to
music.
people that didn't even know what they were in.
Yeah,
for.
who was just like they were maybe like on the bill for another band
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was playing later that
Yeah.
night. Frankie can't make it because things are just too hard.
I mean, I think like Patti Smith would love this song because like this is just like her songs.
Oh.
I don't know if you've heard like
I don't dive much
No,
into
no,
Patti
no.
Smith, but I believe you.
everyone.
100%.
Yeah, everyone read Just Kids. You have to.
I've wanted. You still have that? I would take it off your
Yeah, I
hands
think so.
if you have
Maybe I
it.
give it to someone else.
Wow.
Sorry.
Brutal.
I give you Dubliners.
I give you my Suicide Book. Yeah, you give me Dubliners by James Joyce.
Frankie.
That honestly is the most intense part of this track is when he goes, well, let's hear it for Frankie.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
wild. Yeah.
imagining him singing that to an audience of
Yeah.
people as he
It's
talks
like-
about like this man's life getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's hear it for Frankie, y'all. Frankie.
No, it sounds like he's like about to kill Frankie.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's like, guys, give it up for Frankie. He's like holding him by the
Give it
neck.
up for Frankie, y'all.
Yeah.
No, he's to me he gives me the same vibes as like the Jigsaw from like the Saw franchise,
Sure.
just like an ever-present like
Same vibes.
evil force.
Yeah. He's villainous on this.
Just an absolute villain.
This is the same guy that sang Surrender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Wow.
in terms of our Ghost Rider film, this is like what makes him like an anti-hero in the film. Like is he
Really chooses evil.
he chooses evil.
Yeah,
like he propels Frankie to go kill his wife.
Kill
and
his kids. Frankie's so desperate. This does. I mean, like we mentioned off on the break about Whole Lotta Red.
Yeah.
But like there is a similarity, I think. Like
Oh, just like
I think-
murderous.
yeah, a Whole Lotta Red doesn't exist without suicide.
Simple as that. Playboy Cardi guaranteed doesn't know this album exists.
When we talked
but-
about that we did listen. Like we had the same like horror film like
True,
idea
true.
because like it's the same.
It's the same idea. It's just like
villainous vibes. Yeah.
these lines are crazy. Frankie picked up a gun, pointed it at the 6-month-old
Yeah.
kid in the crib, and then just that
That
scream.
scream. I mean, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. Yeah, I mean, like we throw this on ironically. Like we've listened
Yeah.
to this like on a summer's day. Like
It was beautiful. Yeah, we were driving home in August.
yeah, like
From the
this is
airport.
crazy. But
Let's
if you,
listen to this.
if you hear this in the wrong context, like
Straight up, it's been
nah.
too late at night, and this comes on
Yeah.
my shuffle. It's a must skip. That is him describing a man just murdering his wife and screaming into the
It's
microphone.
like that's me editing Ashton's voice. It's not.
Oh, what have I done?
No, but that's like you don't put that in a song. Like that sounds horrible.
Yeah, no.
But like that's
That
the
is
point.
the
That's
point.
the point.
Oh, let's hear it for Frankie once again. Like repeating that again after you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
described Frankie killing his whole
Let's hear it for
family.
Frankie.
Let's hear it for Frankie, everybody.
Wild. That's like he's like speaking like
In tongues fully.
Yeah. Yeah. Horrifying song.
It's genuinely horrifying. Like,
Yeah.
it paints such like a visceral picture of someone
Yeah.
genuinely killing themselves in a way that no other song I've ever heard
Yeah.
does.
Dark shit.
Yeah, when Playboy
These
Cardi
songs.
talks about murder on his tracks, I don't believe him. When Alan Vega does, like I take him at face value.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think he's murdering people, but maybe. Like it sounds, he's got that energy.
Yeah. No, it's wild.
And what are we? We're 4 minutes in, 6 minutes in,
yeah.
something like that.
We're about 5. We're
About
halfway.
5, yeah. Him killing himself is not the end of this story,
No, it
folks.
keeps going. Keeps going. No, but it's like it's interesting, like to make something so dark, but like their thesis is like I don't know, like we want to make a difference, like we want to make like
Oh yeah.
we're responding to like I don't know, We
I mean,
wanna provide light.
this song fits in perfectly with the first couple tracks.
Yeah.
Like Ghost Rider and Rocket USA of like just this despair that some people
Yeah.
are going through. And it holds up to this
It's
very
like,
day.
Yeah. It's cathartic to record this, like,
It is, yeah.
because you're seeing this around you.
And I believe this is based on a
sounds.
somewhat true story, maybe not of a man named Frankie, but of a factory worker who
Yeah.
just was caught up with it, just done with it, and killed his
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
family and himself.
Yeah.
Give us a little more of that, big guy.
Insane.
Yep.
It reminds me of like we talked about the Doors. Like, remember that?
Yeah.
What's the 10-minute
That
Doors song?
closing track,
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah.
just the end,
Yeah,
is that
yeah.
track on the self-titled Doors album, where he's just talking about like fucking and killing his mom or
Yeah,
something.
just
That
like-
song, it's similar vibes,
Similar
yeah.
vibes. Shout out, Jim.
Shout out Jim Morrison, another just fucked up individual.
Yeah. They could be pals.
But he was they're like the Doors. That version of the Doors is like the LA version of Suicide in a
fair.
sense.
No, I mean, they were a little earlier, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a tough. I mean,
It's a tough listen.
Yeah, but the driving like bass line, like
it
drum
works
line.
throughout. Like this song isn't just this insane story. It genuinely works as a 10-minute track as well.
You
Like
just
this
picture-
build that's happening.
Marty Rev just like sunglasses on, just cooking.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't look at the audience for a
Yeah,
second.
he doesn't even know what Alan's doing.
He doesn't give a shit that there's anyone there.
Yeah.
Like in his mind, like he's just doing this.
Yeah. Oh, these sounds are like crazy. Like I don't, just like dissonant, like wind sounds. And, like,
Yeah, no, it's like it could just be like machinery
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
Like that's how
factory work.
that's how like mechanical some of the sounds are on here.
It is. It's like trancy, like hypnotic.
really is.
Yeah, like
Yeah, a song we almost opened to at the beginning was the Massive Attack song Teardrop.
yeah.
And I feel like this is like a kind of a precursor to that kind of trancy trip hop music.
Less screaming.
Oh yeah, more like subdued. Frankie's lying in hell. Give us another scream. Yeah, you gotta turn it down a little bit. Yeah, that's like.
And that one, they like echo it, keep it going.
God damn.
I don't know the last time I listened to this in full.
No, I mean it's not a song you can casually listen to.
No.
I'm gonna make a playlist just this in the end by the Doors. Just listen to these
Solid.
back to back.
25 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like this is something you see in like an art museum or something like with like
Like
scary
MGMT at the
images.
Guggenheim.
Yeah, exactly.
I found some video of that performance actually.
Did you actually?
But it wasn't any of the songs I wanted to see. It was like only the first 2 or 3 tracks on the 11-11-11 album.
Yeah.
It wasn't
looks so
like
cool.
it looked cool, but it was just like really dark. Like the visuals didn't look like this gets going.
Yeah. It's loud bells.
All of it coming together.
No, yeah. No, I just like in art museum like war footage or something. Like,
Yeah.
Playing with this, like
Yeah, just cut some
you have
Vietnam
to, like,
War
sit in a
footage.
dark room and watch it. It's scary.
It's like forcing you.
Yeah.
You mean just I would make a Frankie Teardrop short film, just literally describing the story going on, like visuals that have that.
Yeah.
And then the last half is just like manic imagery. It just starts getting distorted as fuck.
But this last line's like,
That hits hard. It always
come
hits
on,
hard.
get up, we're all Frankies.
We're all lying in hell. Come on, get up.
Yeah.
Come on. You can tell like these songs are made for a live performance.
Yeah.
Like this song, he's literally talking to an audience the whole time. Come on, get up.
Come on, get up. Everyone has to stand.
Get up. Get up. We're all Frankies.
Yeah, it's like I had to tell you this story, like with the idea of telling you we're all Frankies.
We're all Frankies. Yeah. At the end of the day, you may have thought of this like, whoa, Frankie's like this horrible, this horrible guy, but
Like I'm.
he's
above that.
just like us,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
We are all Frankies. We are
That's
all going to
really-
hell. We're all complicit in
Yeah.
dooming America.
Dark track.
I would say so. Yeah.
Beautiful track. Well, we only have one left. What does that say the Rolling Stone called it?
Yeah, this Rolling Stone magazine called this song, which has been dubbed the most terrifying ever by Rolling Stone. Just a great quote.
Heavily influential.
Oh, here's an article. Bruce Springsteen is a big Suicide fan, which is pretty funny. He covers Cheree a lot, which makes sense. I would kind of want to hear.
He calls this one of the most amazing records I've ever heard.
Yeah,
I mean, this is very Springsteen too, like the dark,
talking about the dark undercurrent,
a bit of factory worker, yeah.
Except people don't get that that's what Bruce Springsteen's saying sometimes when he's.
Isn't he on some track? I think he is on a track on the second album.
Oh, really? I don't dive as heavy into that one, but I know he's like a huge fan.
I feel like at a certain point you just hear Bruce vocals. I don't know what I'm thinking about.
You ready for this last track?
Yeah, let's go to Cheree.
Last track off Suicide's self-titled debut. The song criticizes the hero/savior status the revolutionary guerrilla leader Che Guevara is known for.
Yeah.
It also makes fun of the people that find no flaw in the man and worship him, ignoring his real nature. There you go.
I do, I wonder what kind of guy Alan was off stage. Just a normal...
Yeah, I mean, obviously... he's very political.
Yeah.
He's in tune with the people, but I feel like he's probably wasn't that crazy.
No, I bet he's a normal kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once you get him away from the music equipment.
He wants to see good in the world.
He does. He's not. Person. He doesn't want Frankie to kill his wife.
No, yeah.
But it's that's just how it is. We have to accept that.
Bruce Springsteen listening to that. It's so crazy. Have you ever seen this movie, Across the Universe?
Across the Universe?
Yeah. I had to watch it.
I don't think so, no.
It's parts of it I hated.
Okay.
It has it's kind of a musical with a bunch of Beatles songs.
That's the one with the Fiona Apple cover in it? Okay.
Yeah, but it's very about the 60s and very political,
Got you.
And there's a lot of war stuff, Vietnam War stuff, and also anti-communist, whatever, showing this stuff, whatever.
No, I haven't.
I don't know if I recommend, but I watched it recently.
It does have that Fiona Apple track. It's good.
Banger.
It's a banger. So.
Those high organ sounds again.
They're so good.
Some beauty.
I guess this may be where this is where the red star comes from on the cover. I guess it says
so.
Shay. He's wearing a red star, smoking his cigar. And when he died, the whole world lied. They said he was a saint, but I know he ain't. I like how this one slows down a little bit here. That pulsating rhythm went away for a second, but you can't have a Suicide track without it.
No, but this is just one bass note descending. Dark. It's a nice outro song, but it's also there's more to come.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This wasn't the end of.
We didn't say everything.
Yeah. When does that second album end up coming?
Let's see.
I mean, it might not be accurate on Spotify, honestly.
I know.
Because it's listed on Spotify as 1999.
I know. Way of Life was 88. I bet it was in the 80s, mid 80s.
Yeah, it had to be mid 80s. I can figure it out real quick.
Also look up Bruce Springsteen.
I will. Second album, 1980.
Yeah.
Oh, produced by Rick Ocasek of the Cars.
Crazy.
There you go.
He liked it, even though
the fans literally booed them off the stage and threw glass bottles at them, but the man himself liked it.
This does sound very 80s too. Tell me about this dark progression.
Bruce Springsteen, Suicide. Let's just do that.
How Suicide influenced Nebraska.
Interesting. Let's see. This is from treblezine.com. This is him just talking about Frankie Teardrop again. Yeah, I don't know if do they have any songs together. I'm not sure.
Yeah. What song is Bruce Springsteen on? I think this is true. Maybe it's Dream Baby Dream, or some remix of Dream Baby Dream or something. This is beautiful though.
Yeah, that's kind of unique.
Yeah.
So.
Soundtracky.
Oh, if I ever make a movie, there's just no chance.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Dream
Pretty
Baby.
sure, yeah, he recorded a Dream Baby Dream cover.
Let's see if maybe we'll go out on that.
Let's find that. Yeah, I mean, so Bruce, like, he likes Frankie, but when he's making his own music, he's like,
Yeah, he's Dream Baby.
he's a Dream Baby Dream or Cheree kind of guy.
Yeah.
There's really like two kind of dudes out there. There's Dream Baby Dream, Cheree, Surrender dudes.
Yeah.
And there's Frankie Teardrop Johnny dudes out there as well.
And those some of the nicest, most chill guys of all time.
Oh yeah. And they might be Johnny guys.
I can like appreciate this stuff, and like
no, but Dream Baby Dream and Cheree, like those
deep down, you know, I'm a
place.
beach house guy. I'm a dream pop guy.
That's
Like
true.
that's what I love. But I can appreciate it.
It's an incredible album.
Yeah,
we can
very
outro it
interesting.
really quickly here before we go while we listen to this Springsteen cover.
But
We hyped it up at the beginning. There is obviously something about this band that makes people write the way that Andy Coulter does in this book, the way Henry Rollins does, in the way that makes us feel.
No, and you listen to that, like, I don't know, good art, like, sometimes it's shocking.
It is.
Like, you don't know what to make
be.
of it. Like, it's like, Jesus, they did that.
They really did.
They recorded that.
Yeah, and it
doesn't mean it's like you like it or like it doesn't. It's just like an interesting. Yeah.
Frankie Teardrop is just that track is insane.
Well, no, yeah.
I want to just play that for someone like out of the blue randomly. I do. I have like I think I told this story on our Velvet Underground episode where like one of my friends was very drunk and I played heroin really loudly to like scare them because I was being an asshole.
Yeah, it's
But playing Frankie Teardrop for like a fucked up person, like you could get them in a bad state of mind.
Or even if someone's like, hey, can you just put something on, like something chill? And just like,
when someone hands you aux,
no problem.
I got you.
Like no
Frankie.
Like, no one's talking. Like it's just a quiet car. Like
yeah, I wonder how fast do you think aux gets revoked if you put on Frankie at the function? Like that's
it might
really,
take a few minutes. And then,
I think it takes a couple of minutes because it doesn't start off.
And then it's like,
but once one scream hits, someone's looking at you like, bro,
you never on aux
you're never
again.
allowed to do that again. You're done.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I was on aux this weekend though and put on the Kids Soul Wax remix like 3 times.
Yeah.
So like I'm a bad guy too, but that was my goal for the night was to put that on. So
if you can't get down with that,
fuck
I
you.
don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's see this.
I wanted to hear this because his voice is just so specifically.
I think there's one where he's like doing backing vocals. I could be wrong.
I mean, based on my quick couple of Google searches, I didn't find much.
There's something.
But they had to have. I mean,
yeah.
when Alan was still alive, they had to do something together.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. The connection.
I mean, this is late stage Springsteen too. I guess not really. He's still cooking today.
Yeah, this is stage,
mid 2000s.
Yeah. But no, it's interesting. It's that New York, New Jersey like punk kind of Americana.
Yeah. He really doesn't. I don't love this cover from him.
Vocals are high in the mix.
He really
Actually, just let me.
misses
it
the
might
point.
be in this long version. I don't know. Oh, somewhere, some good. Yeah, this song's amazing. This song's amazing. Maybe we can go out on my Ghost Rider demo.
Oh yeah, sure. We can throw that on there if you wanna mix that in.
I guess that's. I don't think we have anything else to go.
No, they're a special band. I hope hopefully this video made a couple of people check out this album. Like hopefully some people who are subscribed to us saw this thumbnail and were like, what the fuck are they talking? Like that video is just titled Suicide.
If
Like
YouTube didn't just block the video.
Oh yeah, it might get 45 views. Like simple as that.
But stream.
If this inspired one person to listen to Suicide, then that's a success.
And if you already know, like.
Oh yeah, if you made it this far, you probably already know.
Like,
and
let's talk.
Yeah, slide in. Slide in, come on the pod.
Give us some takes.
Anyone who likes Suicide is a friend to us.
Yeah.
And genuinely, if anyone was there, we get some older people sometimes. It's a lot of young people who listen to these, but we get some older people. If you were there in the late 70s, if you caught a Suicide
if
show,
you were one of their 10 fans,
please let us know.
Shout out. All right. Actually, I don't want to play it now.
Why?
I'll play it. Which one, Ghost Rider or Surrender? I guess
whichever one you prefer.
Surrender's more beautiful, I guess.
Whichever one you think.
Just picture Ashton on the vocals. I had to play Alan and Martin on this, but
yeah, Tucker was one-man band then.
Yeah, but
No, I mean, I think my best Alan would come. I think like we'd have to do Frankie for sure. Like it's a 10-minute Frankie song. It's like a 15-minute set. We take up 2/3 of it with Frankie.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening to Daft Hunks.
Seriously, yes.
This is the DHT Surrender track. But yeah, much love. Happy.
Stay tuned for more 2023.
Yeah.
Anything you want us to talk about, throw it below.
Yeah, a lot of things on the horizon.
Yeah, hopefully we put out a bunch of stuff in January. Hopefully we put out a bunch of stuff this year.
Thanks for listening. Much love. Good
Peace
night.
out. Mwah.